most of us don't need another productivity hack. We need a nervous system upgrade. If you have been running on caffeine, coping, and I am fine energy, today's episode is for you. Welcome back to I Awaken. I am your host Archita. This is the space where awakening isn't a one time moment, it's a daily decision to come home to yourself with more clarity, courage, and truth. Today I am joined by Guru Yogi Shivan, a modern mystic, master healer, and the living heart of IndiMasi Ayurvedic Healing Village. He guides people carrying stress, anxiety, burnout, and silent suffering, not by labeling you, but by meeting you with presence, insight, and a path back to inner reconnection. A small disclaimer before we start: we're talking about traditional healing systems and spiritual wellness. This is not medical advice, and nothing here replaces professional care. Cool. Now let's get into the good stuff. So, Guru Yogi Shivan, welcome to I Awaken. It's a pleasure to host you today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. So, when you say ancient wisdom can heal all diseases, what do you actually mean by healing?
Healing in Sanskrit known as swastha. Swastha means be happy and settled within. So ancient wisdom usually mentioned that we have to be connected to our instinct. Usually modern man is always depending on intellectual, informations. We have information about everything now, even about the outer space. We are getting informations, but we miserably fail to listen our instinct, what is happening within. It's like in a poetic way, we can say, um, think through your brain and feel through your heart. So modern man is losing the attention or listening the need of the heart. So ancient healing or ancient system is advising everybody to connect yourself with the heart. Once you succeed to listen your heart, you will experience peace and joy and contentment. If your mind is happy and vibrant, no disease can manifest in your body. I mean, matter. So, matter is the manifested form of energy or mind. This is the fundamental idea of ancient healing system.
Wow, that is one beautiful description of healing. And like you just said, the heart and mind, I feel they are interconnected. And if they are strong enough, then definitely we can heal all diseases. So, Guru, where is the line between curing a condition and transforming a person's relationship to suffering, symptoms, and recovery?
It is like if we are suffering from darkness, where is the line between light and darkness? Just like a lamp, once it is lit up, darkness is vanished. Same way, we are suffering from our ignorance about the system, or we fail to listen the needs of the heart. The moment we learn to connect our brain with the heart, the suffering is gone. As the light comes, darkness vanishes.
I love this because it takes us out of miracle claim territory and into real healing territory: body, mind, identity, and purpose.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of listeners are burnt out but high functioning. They look successful but feel empty. So, what do you think about this? Why does that happen?
Yes. As I told you before, the moment we assess and analysis about our achievements and success only through the medium of intellect, it is based on comparison and competition. So my success is being assessed and how my neighbor performed, or how my colleague performed, how much he earned. So everything is assessed through comparison based on competition. But this is happening only in the intellect. But what is happening in the intuition? Why you are born to compete with others, and why should you, succeed? So these fundamental questions are not being attended. That is the real problem. You said burnout. Why? Because the system is miserably failing to cope with our inner needs, because we don't know what our real purpose of life and purpose of this external things. The moment we come back to the real need of the heart, and brain is connected to the heart, the external comparison will vanish. Instead of comparison and competition, certain kind of compassion will be developed from within. The moment we feel that compassion, what will happen? It is like the, um, a comfortable breeze blowing when there is, hot weather. So, like that, we can create the comfort or the happiness of the breeze of happiness by observing our own self. Unfortunately, modern education is relying only on external competition and comparison. But ancient wisdom is always insisting everybody to connect ourselves within. So there, the spiritual, contentment or spiritual harmony will be working as a foundation, and the intellectual comparison and healthy competitions will become secondary. Once we make that harmony between the intuition and the intellect, what will happen? The existing problems, like symptoms of diseases and all these things, will vanish. That is what we have to do, something seriously for the people who are experiencing the stress and burnouts.
Definitely. And I mean, that is a very different way to look into it. But it's certainly true that in today's time, everyone is in the race of comparison. And I think that is part of the reason why everyone they look successful, but they feel empty and are often burnt out. So, yes, ancient wisdom definitely helps. So, Guru, what are the top three signs you see that someone's life force is depleted, even if their life looks fine on paper?
See, again, the question is how we see from outside, how people look. So our eyes are being used to see from outside. Train the train our eyes to just look inside, change the position, and the ears are used to listen the sounds or the messages from outside. So try to listen, try to focus our attention to listen our own ears. This is what's in yoga. In ancient wisdom, it is clearly stated that indriya nigraha means the our senses must be withdrawn from external objects, and it should be consciously focused within. When we start seeing from within, this external, the comparison will be handled in a very, very comfortable way. So the harmony between the external world and the inner mechanism is disturbed. We have to uh, put the daily or the effort to harmonize this external vibration and internal reality. The moment we re-establish that harmony, all our existing system or the problems will be vanished.
Yes, that hits because burnout is basically a PR expert. It will let you perform while quietly draining your insights. So, following this, Guru Ayurveda and Siddha talk about balance, digestion, energy, and daily rhythm. And modern life, on the other hand, is chaos. So, if someone can only commit to 10 minutes a day, what's the highest ROI practice to start with? Breathe, breath, food timing, meditation, movement, or something else?
Even if you are spending 10 minutes, as far as my knowledge is concerned, that is more than enough. Because the moment you or somebody become aware of the fundamental needs of our existence, we are into Ayurveda. The word meaning of Ayurveda is the science of life. We must know the mechanism of our own body and mind. So when we become aware of that, even if you are spending 10 minutes for that, mind will be focused within the body. When we reach to that level, when the union between body and mind takes place, the third reality, the self awareness, will be naturally established. So Ayurveda is insisting everybody as Pancha Bala Siddhanta. Panja in Sanskrit 5. Bala means power, energy. Siddhanta means theory. So theory of 5 energies. What you have to eat. Food can be used as medicine, which is called annabalam. Then exercise can be used as medicine. You should know what kind of exercise, in which quantity you have to use. The third is breathing exercise. The most important element in our body is air, but unfortunately, that is the most ignored. So we have to be aware of that. Then the fourth one is called manobalam. The mind should be used as a tool, a weapon, and a medicine. This is not familiar for the modern world. A particular thing, or suppose a knife, a surgical blade, can be used as a tool. Once it is used as a tool to save somebody, it is easy for a surgeon to save somebody using the blade. The same blade can be used as a weapon to protect himself. Then the same blade can be used to cut a mango or cut something and provide as a food or a medicine. So same way, the power of mind, if it is trained properly, can be used in 3 dimensions: a tool, a weapon, and a medicine. That is what is called the most important thing, the fourth energy. So when we become aware of all these 4 dimensions, we will successfully use medicine whenever we are in need. Now, what is happening? Everybody is completely depending on medicine and ignoring all these fundamental, pillars. Like we are trying to construct a building without foundation. So when we know, or when we become aware of these 5 energies: food energy, exercise energy, then breath energy, mind energy, and medicine energy. When we become aware of this, nothing is impossible for a person with this awareness. So this is taught by Ayurveda for the whole world.
That was really helpful. Thank you so much for sharing it with our listeners. And yes, we are obsessed with big transformations, but consistency is the real flex, and that is exactly where we should all begin. So, Guru, can you give us the simplest lever that shifts the whole system?
Yes, see, the simple way for adopting or exploring the system is spending at least 10 to 24 minutes a day for real systematic and scientific meditation. So, consistency can be created through systematic practice. If somebody is establishing a discipline to sit on floor with a cross leg and simple breathing techniques must be learned from an experienced person. Start with 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Gradually, that person will be addicted to do that. You know why? Prayer or meditation is capable of producing the highest, intoxication. Once you are addicted to that inner joy, consistency, perseverance will be developed in a natural way. So anybody can start this at any time, but be honest with ourselves. Not only honest, be responsible also. That is what we have to do as a beginning. The rest will be happening from within.
Yes, definitely. Being honest and responsible are the first steps to consistency. Uh, some people want spirituality, some people want science, and some want both but don't know how to blend it without feeling weird. So, Guru, how do you talk to skeptics who say this is placebo or show me the data without getting defensive?
Yeah, it's very simple. Now, modern equipments are available. We can measure the vibrations of our brain like EEG, and then what is that, functional MRI. These equipments can be used to find out the basic changes of brain waves while meditation. Second thing, before meditation and after meditation, there can be a significant change in the hormone level. So, what is that? Our emotions are being controlled by the hormones produced in the body. Like if somebody wants to be angry, there must be a production of adrenaline in the body. If somebody wants to sleep comfortably, there must be serotonin. If somebody should be very happy, there must be endorphins. So these are the hormones. They say, become the cause of our emotions and the level of or the vibration of the mind also. So anybody who is skeptical but sincere also, then can go through these external verifications, then try to do something for experience. If somebody is asking that, have you ever experienced or what, how can you measure the love of your mother? So with which medicine we can, or which machine we can use to measure the intensity of the love of our mother? It should be experienced. Everything cannot be explained through the machines or data. Certain things should be experienced by ourselves. So skeptics can remain skeptic. It's up to them. But if they are sincere enough, we can. There are enough evidences are there to explain the effect and the benefits of uh, focused mind. And anybody who is trying with sincerity, within 3 to 6 months, they will experience how their mind is being controlled and how it is producing inner joy. So, when we integrate these external studies along with the inner experience, then everything is crystal clear.
Wow, that's a very strong statement that not everything can be proved with facts and data. Some things needs to be experienced. Very true, very true. And I'm glad we're going here. Faith without discernment becomes delusion, and science without soul becomes sterile. So integration is the goal. Your retreats combine Ayurveda and Siddha treatments with yoga, meditation, kalari, organic food, and serene living. What do people typically feel by day three, and what changes take longer, like 30 to 90 days?
See, Ayurveda insisting everybody to go through a certain span of time for a serious treatment. It is 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, and 28 days. It is significant that this 28 days are having a very significant role in a fundamental cellular change. It's like, just for example, a lady who is healthy and having a menstrual cycle, the gap between two cycles is 28 days. You know why it is? It is the menstrual cycle is closely associated to the power of moon. Moon will take 28 days to complete a circle around the earth. Within the 28 days, an egg will be produced and it should be used. Otherwise, body will discard it within 28 days. That means a life process is based on this 28 days. This is the fundamental theory of Ayurveda. So that egg is burst into a sperm and produce a single cell called zygote. The first cell. From that cell, it is multiplied into 100 and minimum 120 trillion cells to make a human being. So when we go to the essence of this calculation, we will come to know, if you want to make or introduce a particular thing to the body and mind, it needs 28 days. So the first 7 days will be a preparation for the treatment. We will prepare the person physically, mentally for the treatment. It's like clearing the land for keeping a sapling. Same way, first 7 days will be prepared. Second 7 days will be the treatment will be introduced. Third will be established. Then the fourth section of 7 days will be concretizing the treatment. So when we do that, the inner structure of the cells will be experiencing the change from the cells, from the matter, it will be taken to the mental plane. When a treatment is applied in both dimensions, matter and the mind, it will be stable and powerful. This is the philosophy. So, Siddha is mostly based on the mental part. Ayurveda, Veda is mainly focused on the physical part. Then yoga is, the word meaning of yoga is union. Union between the mind and body is being adopted or executed for a concretization of the treatment. This is what is done at IndiMasi.
That sounds very fascinating, and I'm really interested in it. And this is the part that people skip. They want instant relief, but deep healing is a strategy, not a weekend vibe. And I'm glad that your program is providing them exactly that. Now, let me gently challenge us for a second for our listeners. Sometimes we say we want healing, but what we really want is a life that never asks us to change. Ancient wisdom tends to be honest. It doesn't just soothe you, it reorganizes you. So if this episode lands for you, share it with one person who has been silently struggling, not the dramatic kind, but the quiet kind. Now, there is a mini challenge for the next 3 days for our listeners. Firstly, drink a glass of warm water after waking. Sit for 3 minutes with one hand on your chest and ask, what am I carrying today that isn't mine to carry? Then release one small thing, one unnecessary yes, one doom scroll spiral, one old story. Before we wrap this up, Guru, could you just share with our listeners how can they join in your retreat or connect with you, learn more about ancient wisdom?
Yeah, we have a website. It is indimasi.com. INDIMASI. India's indimasi.com. So all details are there. And once people are, sign in that, or, like we have a good team to give all informations according to the requirements.
Great. So I'll have all the details on my show list, and the listeners will be free to connect with you.
Yeah.
For everyone listening, I'll have all the details on my show listing, and our listeners can feel free to connect with you or join your retreat however and whenever they please. You can explore IndiMasi Ayurvedic Healing Village for residential retreats, and Guru also offers one on one Ask Yogi sessions. Alright, beautiful humans. Remember, awakening isn't a one time moment, it's a daily decision. See you in the next episode.